Hi everyone, and welcome back to Liz Sews. So today I'm going to start a new series which I'm calling Make It Your Own. I know that we are still in the middle of my Bra 101 series, but I wanted to also be able to provide some content to some of those bra makers out there who maybe are a little bit more advanced and don't necessarily need to know about the building blocks into bra making. So as part of the Make It Your Own series, what I want to do is take patterns and show you how you can alter them and change them to get different looks, how you can make it your own. So for today's installment, we're going to be looking at Longline bras. So converting your pattern into a Longline bra is super simple. All you need is a beginning pattern that is a full frame. So I've been using this sort of technique quite frequently lately, and I'll pop up a couple of pictures of bras that I've been making. And this is a really easy thing to do, and it just completely changes how the bra looks. So let's get started. So to start out with, we're just going to need the bridge and the cradle piece. We'll also need our back band later on, but we can set that aside for now. So all I want to do is to copy this over onto my tracing paper as if it was one piece. So I'm going to take the seam allowance on my bridge right here and overlap it with the seam allowance on my cradle. And I'm going to copy this over onto tracing paper, and then once I have that, I'll take this cradle up and flip it over onto this side so I can continue copying it, so I just have one large piece for this. And then when you're copying over, make sure to do it sort of at the top of your piece of paper because you want to have room to work down. And then I'm not going to worry about copying over the bottom of this piece because we're going to get rid of that anyway. So once I have these two traced, I can just flip this over so I can continue tracing it on the other side. Again, just line up those seam allowances, and then we can continue copying over here. So we should have something that looks like this. Now you can make this as long as you want. I wouldn't recommend going any longer than say your waist, obviously, because then you're gonna need to start flaring back out. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the lace that I intend to use on this to figure out how long I can make it. Because obviously I can't make it any longer. I need to be able to get this top piece in on the lace and not extend beyond the bottom of it. So it looks like right about here is as long as I can make it. So that. And let's measure that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm looking at about 6 1/4. So that sounds pretty good. So then all you really need to do is just draw a straight line now across the bottom. And then we can extend our side seams. Like that. And here we have the front piece of the bra. So I'm just going to cut this out completely out of my lace. And then I'm going to cut it out again from like a sheer cup lining or something just to help stabilize it a little bit. But I just want to double check to make sure that yes, I still am able to fit all of this cradle into the lace and it doesn't extend beyond the bottom. So that looks really good. So now we need to make our back band piece. And the easiest way that I have found to do that is just measuring this length here and transferring that over to my back piece because you know you want this to connect just like it did before. Now one thing that I'm going to do that's a little bit different, and I had talked about this in maintaining my front lace edge video, and that is I want to make sure that my back band piece is going to extend further than my front. So in my case, I know that I'm going to be using 3/4 of an inch elastic. So I need to make sure that my back band extends 3/4 of an inch longer than my front band, because when I'm putting my elastic in, I want it to come up to the lace edge, and then I want to be able to fold it in and then it continue along the bottom of this lace edge. So my back band piece is going to be this distance plus 3/4 of an inch. So if I measure that distance, now I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 5/8. 6 and 5/8 plus 3/4 of an inch. So that's how long my back piece needs to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3/8. So I've just drawn a line, the distance that I've decided, it was 7 and 3/8. And I'm going to align my back piece against that line. And then sort of just continue down over here. And this is going to be the back band of my bra. Now you will notice that the side where the hook and eye goes is really, really long now. So I won't be able to use the 3 hook and eye that I typically use with my bra. Now theoretically, you could just use the 3 hook and eye here and scoop up, but this won't give you very good support because you're not having that connection point directly parallel or behind your wires, so it's going to cause your wires to sort of like tilt forward and away from your body. So ideally you want to be able to have a hook and eye that covers this entire length. So what you're going to use for that is something called hook and eye tape. So a lot of vendors will sell hook and eye by either the yard or by the hook. So this particular one I purchased from Bra Builders, and they sell it by the hook, and so each hook costs 25 cents. So I just go in and I say that I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I put in a quantity of 9, and then I get a 1 continuously long piece. And that way I can cover the entire back here, and I'm still getting enough support so that the underwires in the front are supported. So that's going to be the best way to do the back of the bra. So those are the only pattern alterations you need to make your bra, and then you can just continue to construct this like you would any other bra. The only thing you don't have to do, obviously, is you don't have to connect your bridge pieces because it's all one. And that is the very easy way that I have found to turn any bra pattern, any full frame bra pattern, into a long line bra.